Okay. So which of the following conditions indicate a basic solution? So this is just working through some pH, pOH relations. So for the first one, pOH is 11.21. I'm just going to relate everything to pH because I think most people remember it that way. So recall that pH plus pOH is equal to 14. So pH is equal to 14 minus pOH, which is 14 minus 11.21, which is 2.79. And if you remember, pH less than 7 is acidic, or a pH greater than 7 is basic. So this is less than 7, so our solution would be acidic. Obviously, then we could also use the pOH scale and say that a pOH less than 7 is basic, and a pOH greater than 7 is acidic, which is what we had originally. Okay. So then for B, we have a pH of 9.42, and again, so here we have pH less than 7 is acidic, and a pH greater than 7 is basic. If we look, it's greater than 7, so that's basic. C, our concentration of OH minus is greater than our concentration of H plus. So I think most people would realize that this would mean it's basic, but just to describe why this would be. So remember that our Kw is our concentration of OH minus multiplied by our concentration of H plus. And that's equal to 1 times 10 to the minus 14. So it's a constant. So if our concentration of OH minus increases, then our concentration of H plus decreases. And remember that our pH is the negative logarithm of our H plus concentration. And also remember that in what this means, or what Kw is telling us, is that in a neutral solution, OH minus equals H plus concentration equals 1 times 10 to the minus 7, which, if you work it out, would be a pH of 7. So if your OH minus concentration is greater than your H plus concentration, it means, because of this relation here, that your H plus concentration must be less than 10 to the minus 7. And if it's less than 10 to the minus 7, that means that your pH must be greater than 7. Right? And so that would be a basic solution. Okay. And right, and so you can't quite see the last part here, but for D, we have that the concentration of OH minus is greater than 1 times 10 to the minus 7. And so again here, we have that our OH minus H plus concentration is in balance. And so if our OH minus concentration is greater than 1 times 10 to the minus 7, then that means, because of this, that our H plus concentration is less than 1 times 10 to the minus 7. And if our H plus concentration is less than 1 times 10 to the minus 7, then our pH is greater than 7, which means that we have a basic solution. All right. So now looking back through my work through solutions and comparing with what's here. So here we have an acidic solution, so we could have used pOH or pH. Here we have a basic solution as our pH is greater than 7. Here we had a basic solution again because our OH minus concentration is greater than our H plus concentration, and they're in balance. And here our OH minus concentration is greater than 10 to the minus 7, which again means that our pH is greater than 7 because they're in balance. So this looks good.